So I know that starting a business can be intimidating. I'm working with startups every single week, and I know that it can be overwhelming, especially if you don't have a business background or if you feel like you don't have education around business, which honestly is pretty much everyone, because our education system, as far as I know and in my experience, doesn't really teach a lot of business education. There might be a big push for entrepreneurship, but no one's really teaching the actual steps on how to properly set up and manage businesses. So I find there are a lot of people that are motivated, they're hard workers, they have a good idea, they want to start a business, and they just lack the confidence to do that because they've never done it before, they've never been taught, they've never been shown how to do it. So it is intimidating and it can be hard to be confident. But in today's video, I just want to talk a little bit more about that, how you can build up confidence in starting a business and operating your business. And ultimately, the best way to build confidence is by doing. Just getting hands-on experience. The best way to learn how to start a business and to operate a business is by starting a business and operating a business. There's no institutional education that can replace that. It can help it, it can supplement it, but spending 4 years in university learning about business is not the best way to operate a business or learn how to start a business. Again, can be useful, but it's not the best way to learn. So don't feel insecure if you're wanting to start a business and you don't have a master's degree in business. You're going to gain confidence by doing. So you're gonna have to take the leap. With taking that leap, it can be a little bit calculated, but you're gonna have to take a bit of a leap of faith and take a bit of a risk when starting up a business. But again, inform yourself, do some research, talk to other business owners, equip yourself with knowledge and resources so that it's easier to set up that business and so that you're less likely to make mistakes. And obviously this is what I do, and I love doing this. I love helping people start businesses or improve their businesses. So if that's your goal, feel free to reach out. I do offer a free 1-hour initial consultation, which I will leave the link to in the video description below. But when it comes to the specifics of starting a business, things like registering, getting a business license, setting up sales tax accounts, getting insurance, things like that can be very intimidating, especially if you've never done it before or you're not coming from a background where you're dealing with those types of things. So the nice thing to know is that yes, those things can be intimidating, but typically they're just intimidating to start out with. Once you've applied for that business license the first year, that's the biggest challenge. Maybe it takes you 20 minutes and you're kind of not sure how to answer the questions. But once you've submitted it and once you've been approved and you get your business license, then you have that confidence, you've been through it. And the next year is easier because the next year is just renewal. So maybe that just takes you 5 or 10 minutes to submit your renewal, update some information and pay it. So starting out, it's like, whoa, a business license. How do I do that? How do I get that? I don't know how to answer these questions. But once you've gone through that, you have the confidence and it's nothing really moving forward. It's very easy to do. The same thing with sales taxes. I see a lot of uncertainty and confusion around sales taxes, and they are complicated, I'll be honest, but it's another thing where at first it's intimidating, and then you actually get in the business, you start operating it, you learn about them, you get in the habit of collecting them properly, paying them forward and things like that, and it just becomes a habit. Everything we do in life, we didn't come into this world even knowing how to walk or talk or anything, right? And we just learn where you don't even really have to think about it anymore. It just becomes habit. It becomes something you do regularly without even really thinking about it. Now, the same thing with serving clients. Maybe at first you're kind of nervous, you want to do a good job, you're not sure if you're, saying the right things or providing value to your clients. That's another thing that just with experience, you build confidence. And I see that, with my clients. I've even seen that in myself where, starting out, you're not sure if you're good enough or if you can add enough value. And then over time, as you get more experience, you become more confident in how you speak and more confident in how you engage with your clients, and you become more knowledgeable and you provide more value. And then you often get feedback from your clients. If you're not sure if you're good at what you do, and then all your clients are saying wow, that was awesome. Thank you so much. That was really helpful. Then you kind of get that validation, which gives you more confidence, right? Maybe you thought that you weren't helping them that much, and then they kind of surprise you by saying that. That should build confidence for you. And again, this is something that I see quite regularly in my clients, and you can just see their confidence build over time. So this is very important. It's like with anything, it doesn't necessarily have to be business. It could be with learning a new language or learning a new sport or activity or whatever. It's going to be intimidating at first. It's going to be a little bit scary and challenging, and you might be a little bit embarrassed if you're not doing a good job. But everyone who's an expert in their field in anything had to start somewhere, right? I'm sure you could find pro athletes or whatever that were really bad their first time that they played a sport kind of thing. So it's the same with business. I think the main thing is just to, again, kind of take that leap, be calculated with it, but always look for ways to improve. I think the people that get really good at what they do, whether they own their own business or their employees or whatever, The ones who are good at what they do are the ones that care about improving. They're curious. They want to get more knowledge in their field. They want to get more experience. If they come across a question they don't know the answer to, they want to find that answer. So just kind of keep that all in mind and try and implement that into your business practice. And hopefully this video was useful and encouraging. Again, I know it can be tough starting out a business, but confidence comes from doing more than anything. So if the video was useful, please click like and feel free to check out my YouTube channel here where I currently have well over 200 videos that cover business management and business startup topics.